It's our Fair Part Show. It's our Fair Part Show. It's our Fair Part Show. It's our Fair Part Show.
G'day there, podcaster. Welcome to our off-air show. My name is Liam, one of the hosts of the program. No ailments, a little bit of business. Just inspiring the next generation last night with Ben Harvey, the Australian Radio School. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
Just inspired the next generation, Bill, really.
Nothing different.
Well, yeah, that's true. We quite often inspire the next generation at Australian Radio School.
Well, if you must know, there actually is a pretty big update, Bill, which Liam doesn't even know about yet, so we can all witness that together.
I haven't opened that message.
No, and that's what it is. Yeah, I can.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I
read
should
it out.
introduce you first.
Yeah, of course.
Ben is here. He's also one of the hosts of the program.
I am present. I have two bits of business. The second one I'll get to in a moment. First, I guess, just following on from what we were talking about, Liam and I, it's like every quarter, we host. We don't host it, but we are guest speakers at the Australian Radio School.
No, you come and do a Q&A, don't you?
We both did the course. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
Well, yeah. Do you speak or do you just come on and they ask you questions?
We do questions.
We normally get a good Sean Craig Murphy, who is a radio host who
Stalwart
in the game, been around for a long time. He'll normally give us a good run-in. Give you a good pump up, which is the main reason we come back each time. and then you come on and you go, bang, it's showtime. We go, guys, this is pranks, parodies, skits, funny voices.
Mm-hmm.
You get them lined up, you'll have a long career.
And then we get them all to repeat it. They go pranks, parodies, skits,
funny voices.
Yep.
What questions did they ask you last night?
What are your best funny voices?
Yeah.
Did top 30. Can you do a parody for us on the spot?
So not
sure,
like,
mate,
hey,
give me a song, give me a a
but
topical.
nothing about how do you get your foot in the door or like what's the biggest hurdle
we
you
always
face,
throw
or...
the email out at the end. We say, we say, hey, look, we did this course only a few years back, and we've managed to work in radio for a long time together. So hey, there's no reason why you can't do that too. And by all means, if you've got any questions, feel free to reach out and email us.
People can be quite shy at the start. Once they get going, they usually get going. We actually mentioned this podcast in the radio school. We said we have a podcast where we talk about
what a
doing
treat
radio.
If you were listening to us attentively last night and you go, I'm going to check out this off-air podcast, and then you're listening and you're going, I was there. I was one of the people asking the questions.
What's the worst question you've ever been asked?
You get generic stuff like, how do you come up with your ideas? Which I understand when you're first starting out is an obvious question to ask because there's no bad questions, but it's just kind of like, well, they come to you, right? Like you just have ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
But the big update, because you said, well, what did we do? You're kind of putting on us as if we weren't doing anything at the radio school.
And it's almost, and I don't want to speak out of turn, Bill, but it's almost like it's coming from a place of jealousy that you're not speaking at the Australian Radio School.
Do you want to put a good word in?
No, thank you. I'm fine. No, I'm all good.
We can put a word in if you
I'm all
want.
good, thanks.
So
I
Sean,
didn't do the course. I don't qualify.
So Sean, who runs it, you could always sign up. You might learn a thing or two.
We can give you a discount code.
We can give you a discount
Just like Ben and Liam Radio Pappy 4.
Yeah.
If you put that in, you'll get $100 off.
Ben and Liam are my radio pappies.
Do you think I should do the course?
There's like a masterclass you can do.
Yeah.
You've probably got the basics, but masterclass would do you wonders. I'm obviously joking.
I don't know.
Belle is also here, by the way. She's one of the hosts of the program.
Hello.
So Sean did message us today. He said, hey, Ben and Liam, brilliant stuff last night, as always.
Very inspiring.
These are his words.
Wow, that's Sean's words. That's not us.
This may be embargoed, and I'm reading it out on a podcast.
Should we bleep
That's
it?
fine.
If I feel like it's too embargoed,
Yep.
or if we
I think
get
it'll be
word
fine.
from SCM, Sean Craig Murphy,
Yep.
we'll blurt it out.
I think it'll be fine, though. So thank you so much. I got so much great feedback from the students.
Wow.
I got an idea.
Are you hearing this, Belle?
I got an idea, and I want you to have a think about it.
Let's do this, Sean.
I'd
Hit
love
me.
to do an award.
Yep.
The most creative student each year.
Mhm.
And I'd like to call the award
Here we
the
go.
Ben and Liam Award for Creativity.
Get out! Get out!
And then he goes on to explain a bit more about the process of how it would work. And then he summarizes it by saying, basically, I would pick my five students from the year.
Yep.
I would then send you the nomination, and then we would listen to it, and we would choose
It's
the
basically
winner of the most creative student of the
it's
year.
like it's an EJ Whitten, it's a Coleman, it's a
Brownlow.
Brownlow. it's basically
Yeah.
yeah, and rare you get an award named after you before you die.
Yep.
So
Yeah, there's no Hamish and Andy award.
Yeah. And what does that
maybe
go
they'll get a Ben and Liam award. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty creative
Imagine, Mel,
guys.
imagine if you went back to the school and you won the Ben
Wow.
Lamb Award.
Should I go undercover and go as like Caitlin?
Yeah,
And also
have a moustache.
I got one of them, and then try and like get the award and then bring it to you guys
That would
and
be
go,
fun.
I present you the
Oh,
Ben and Liam
wow.
award.
That'd be one of my
Wow.
favourite bits of all time if you did that.
And
And if we didn't even
I am
know, we were like,
all
that was
for-
Belle?
I'm all for that.
Yeah, but imagine if I do it and I fail, and then I have to keep this dark secret that I tried and I didn't get the award.
Wow.
Imagine if he's like, he sat me down and he's like, I just don't think radio's for you. I rip the moustache off and go, ha ha!
I'm all for it. Perhaps as a because I suppose if you're doing the course, you want to get into radio, and as we said, we literally did the course.
How long is the course?
It's probably like 12
10,
weeks.
Maybe 12. Yeah, it was 10 to 12
It
weeks.
depends. You can check it out. Australian Radio School, free
Yeah.
plug.
There's,
Check it out.
there's intros, there's master courses, there's voiceover workshops.
I did the
there-
voiceover one, and I did the
Intro.
intro. Yeah,
me too.
with you, but we weren't actually on the same night.
No. And then towards the end, we synced up, right? Or was that the voiceover one?
I think we might have. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because there's also, and then there's like a masterclass, which I think is more what people do when they do like group shows.
I remember because it was 2 nights a week, as in like he did a Monday class and a Tuesday class. You were the Monday class, I was the Tuesday class.
Yeah.
But we
so
were
it's
already
once a week.
once a week, yeah, but he did 2 sessions. And we were already doing radio together at Fresh. And Liam and I did a bit on a Monday. I can't remember why we did this. Maybe you'd remember, Liam. But I put pepper, like white pepper, I think it was, in a straw and blew it up
Oh,
Liam's
dude.
nose. And it wrecked him real bad. And the pepper got stuck in his sinus and he couldn't see. And he was like kind of like temporary blind. And he couldn't go
Do you know what's funny?
to the class that night, and then that was why on the Tuesday you did a make good class, and you and I were in the same class together on Tuesday.
But then you've
No,
already
no,
done
you've
radio
remembered
together
that
on the
completely
Monday? What are you
wrong.
talking
Have
about?
I?
You were the guy with the pepper up his nose.
Was I?
I'm.
I thought you were.
I think that's amazing
Ben
that you
has
thought that of me.
disassociated.
No, it was
you
when
blew pepper up my nose.
I reckon this is how long ago it was. It was when slow mo camera was new on iPhone.
Yes.
And so
It was
we were
2014.
trying to make a slow mo video together, and it was like, oh well, how would you get a slow mo sneeze like in those ads? And
Yep.
we're like, Ben was like, I'll just put some pepper up my nose, and
That's
I'm pretty
right.
sure he did like a full line of like,
No. You blew it up my nose with a
oh,
straw.
I shotgunned, yeah,
You put it in a plastic
Dude,
straw with a
that's-
little bend
and
in
I
the end,
shotgunned
and
it, and it cooked you, and we
Yeah.
didn't even get a video out of it because
No.
you were in so much pain. It was
Yep.
like not good.
and then I had to do a makeup course the next day, and that was your day.
It's so funny that you and Liam
Yeah.
was in so much pain.
Wow.
It was you because
That was
I reckon
over-
I reckon if I looked on old hard drive somewhere, you know how you like, I don't have anything on my iPhone from I don't know maybe 2019 back. I don't have, and I don't really know where I put that. But I think I think I had the slow mo. I remember having them on my computer for a while of
Mhm.
like you being like,
Yeah.
"Ugh," getting
Yeah.
the pepper.
I wonder what is the psychology behind you remembering it as Liam
Dunno.
doing it.
Don't know.
It does
Very
sound like something
weird.
I would do, but it was
Yeah.
Ben. Ben took the fall for that one.
Over 10 years ago, that was 2014.
When Ben was fun.
Yeah,
Wouldn't do that anymore.
no, it's got a kid. It's got a kid to look after.
I'd still let you
Is
do
that
that.
why?
I'd
Yeah.
still let you do that.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Would you do a line?
Well, hey, look,
Pepper?
if I wasn't fun anymore, would I have brought in the heart rate monitor machine? I said I was going to do this last week and I forgot. I have brought it in. So it's the blood pressure
Yeah.
machine. So, you know, the one,
Yeah.
the classic, the Velcro, you put it on your arm, gives you blood pressure.
Do
We thought we'd have a contest to see who's got the lowest within reason. Like, you obviously don't want it to be dangerously low.
What? Yeah, can we look up the number? Can we get
Yeah,
before we
do we
all
need to
do
know
it?
what
so
it
it's
should
one,
be?
so it's 120 over 80 is
Perfect.
considered desired.
Right.
But below that is fine. It's if you go really far down. So basically, it's easy. So we'll read the numbers out so people can hear them. But on the left-hand side here, as you can see, it's got red,
Mhm.
quite a big red section.
Yeah.
Then there's a small yellow section, and then there's like a medium-sized green section.
Okay.
So the machine will tell you where you are
okay.
on the
Just,
line.
like light up the
Yep.
colour.
Do you want to
As
go
in, there's
first,
just-
Ben?
there's just
Do
a
you-
little- I can go first. There's a little black mark next to it.
Oh,
and
okay.
It tells you where you fall.
That's so easy
So
to understand.
I've a couple of times, depending on the day, I've fallen on the yellow, but you obviously want to be in the green.
Yeah.
But I have had days in the yellow for sure.
And
Never hit red.
And it's one of those things that it's a good position to be in going first because you're not as stressed about, I have to be under this certain number. But then again, I suppose there is also potentially pressure going first and setting the pace. So But
That's
here we go.
true.
Ben
Like,
is
does it
clearly
depend?
he's getting zen. He's not worrying about
You
what
do
we're
have to.
saying.
I do find the calmer I
Yeah.
can be,
Yeah.
and slow my heart rate
Oh,
down,
yeah.
the better the reading.
Definitely.
Meditate that shit.
I don't think it makes any noise, so it'd be kind of boring for. You might be able to hear a bit of it. Should I turn it up and we'll see?
I
if
think you can
it?
hear the.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
goes.
All right, here we go. I'll turn my mic up.
Can I hear it?
Yeah, I think it's the arm.
It's
That's
the arm
making
bit, Ben, not that bit.
Well, I can't lift my arm up because it's going to give me a bad rating. And now I've done it, so if I get a bad rating, I'm going to blame that. Already on the defense. I'll tell you when it's done. Sorry, it pumps up and then it deflates.
You can put
What do
your
you
mic
guys
down a
normally
bit now,
yell?
so.
Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. Stress you out.
It's about 5 seconds off.
Does it feel gross?
Okay, so I'm in the green.
Yep.
Hey,
What
ooh.
124 over 78.
124 over
Over
78.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing.
And
If it's
100
lower
and-
than 80 and higher than 120, is that
100
worse or better?
103 beats per minute, if you want to try that down.
Okay. Yep.
That was my heart rate during that break. 103 beats per minute. Or
Okay.
pulse per minute.
Beat-
I reckon
Yeah.
Bell's is going to be like 207.
Do you traditionally have high blood pressure? Because
No,
you
I
do
think
stress.
I'm actually okay. I think I'm okay. Am I going next or
Liam
Liam?
go next.
Okay.
We'll go in the name of the show.
Thanks, man.
In order of who's most powerful.
I knew you were going to say that. In order of the Navis.
Well, we can't
So make
all
sure
have
it-
awards named after us.
It's going to be about an inch above. Oh, that's pretty good.
That good?
Yeah,
Happy with that?
yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Alright, cool. Press the thing.
I haven't got a PhD.
Hey, come on, mate. You got an award named after you.
Oh
true.
my God. I swear to if this becomes a thing and your tires are so pumped up.
So Liam's pressed it. He's going through it now. Is it getting tight?
It's getting tight.
Also, have your arm lower. You shouldn't have it up.
Don't tell him. Don't tell
You're supposed to have like a relaxed arm.
Oh,
Your arm,
okay,
your arm was
okay.
very stiff.
Well,
It was very erect.
I'll be blaming that.
for
It's
sure.
not the only thing, mate.
Why do you think he's got high blood pressure? The suspense is killing me.
Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
what's a better one, what's a worse one.
What do you mean? Well, if you're above me, it's worse.
they make
I
it
wanna
very
be
easy
lower.
with the green and the
It'll
yellow.
be lower, yeah. What do you got? Still counting?
Go on, yeah.
I have
Uh-oh,
sometimes
the parasite's taken over.
I have sometimes had to redo it because it doesn't give you a rating.
Oh.
Yeah, because I don't know something went wrong. with
Ew,
it.
I
got,
can see your veins are pretty
ooh.
fat.
What do you got?
148 over 71.
It's pretty high, dude. That's pretty high, dude. You in the red?
Where's the line? Where's the line on the side?
You in the red?
It's a little bit in the red, yeah.
We should have done Liam last.
Not great.
Hang on though. But my last number is lower.
Yeah, but still.
That's your heart
So
rate.
if you really want to get into the technicality of it, the top number, it's like systolic and dystolic or something. The top number is the
Sys,
pressure is the pressure in your vein while your heart's beating,
Yep.
and the bottom number is the pressure in your vein when the heart is relaxed.
And then the
Okay.
bottom number is just your heart
pulse-
rate.
Yeah, it's beats per minute.
So
So what was your numbers? 140.
53. So I was
Okay,
literally
I think
50.
Liam
I
needs
can
to
get
do
a
it
bad. I can
again.
get a bad read,
Yeah,
man.
you're in the red and everything.
Yeah.
Put your arm down.
Do it
and
again.
relax.
Do it again.
How
Put your
about-
arm
how
down.
about-
So I'm
do you want me
like,
to do
how
it?
was
I'll-
my heart rate 50 beats slower than yours?
That's a worry. Yeah.
Am I going to die?
Your heart rate's
that
real
can't
low.
be real. Should
Heart
Do you
rate's
want to
low.
just take a break? Do you want to just take a break? Let your veins recover
All
for a
right,
bit.
all right.
Yeah.
You do
I'll
one,
do
Bella.
it, and then we'll come back to you.
Is anyone,
Also
is
builds the-
anyone enjoying this? Ben Newman's,
I think it's
Newman's
semi-interesting.
outside. He's giving us a thumbs up.
Also,
Funny,
Thank
because
you.
if Bell-
Liam might die.
If Bell gets a normal reading, it puts way more pressure back
Yeah.
on you to get a good
I
one.
know, right?
Should you do dominant or non-dominant?
I did
arm?
left.
Okay.
Liam did right. Another reason. So we should try and be as consistent as we can here, guys, for medical
Ah,
purposes.
Liam. Oh, God. Never a dull moment.
Yeah, your arm was fully erect when you did it, so that
Yeah.
could be a reason it didn't work.
Such a funny way of
I'm
putting
gonna
it.
go, okay. Again, I haven't got a PhD.
All right.
Looks,
Yeah.
a little, looks a little low to me, but
Stay out.
have you pressed it?
Yeah, you can hear it tightening up. Bell, Ben and I have decided
No,
that we're
don't.
going to be finishing the show at the end of the year. You'll be left to fend for
I
yourself.
swear to God, if this is actually how you break it. No, now I'm stressing. If this is how you break it to me, I will be.
We are both
pissed.
pursuing.
Okay.
other lines of
Again,
work.
I would like to blame Liam for that.
Sour
what do you-
cream.
108 over 86 with
Oh,
a
what did you get?
53 heart rate, and I'm
What?
in the yellow.
Hang on, what do you got? So you got you got 108.
You guys are all messed up.
You got 108
Liam
over
just
what?
said you were finishing the show at the end of the year. I'm
Hit
going
me.
to play
So
that
what have you
now.
got? You've got
Can I-
108
No,
over.
hang on, I need to do another.
I also- I don't
you
think
do a redo, then I'm going to do a redo.
I don't think you've got it in the right spot. Can I come over and
yeah,
put
sure,
it on?
but can Liam can go next?
No. You
Oh,
go
okay.
next. Just
I was 108 with 86, and then a 53, but then I was in the yellow. But Liam
These
said
are
that you're
crazy.
finishing the show, and that's me.
And 53 was your heartbeat?
Yeah,
Same as
we're
mine.
going again.
And then leave your arm, like relax, like that. This is what
I don't relax.
This is what the instruction manual told me.
Okay, cool. Do you have a tiny baby one for Freddie at home?
No.
Okay, we're starting again.
It constricts more than you expect it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it constricts to the point of you feeling your pulse.
Yeah.
In your arm, which is
And I don't know about you. I think you do too. I've got quite veiny hands.
yeah, which is like good though, right?
Is it? Is it good to be vascular?
I think it's better than not being vascular. It's better than having real thick, fritz over the top of you. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather
Bell's
be a
trying to-
little bit vascular.
Bill was trying to get real zen.
Yeah, I am.
So, yeah, as we said, the last year,
Okay.
What'd you get?
I'm in the bottom of the green, so the best you can be.
Nice.
My number is 105 over 76 with 54.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Way lower than mine.
105.
105,
76,
76,
yep.
54, and I'm in smack bang bottom of the green, like the best spot you can be.
Yeah.
Which
It's
I
good,
don't
Belle.
understand how.
pretty
that
good,
is,
mate.
Yeah.
That is
So my
good.
heart rate was high. My beats per minute was higher, and my
You're
overall.
at 100?
I was on 100. Yeah.
I'm almost.
is
My
I was
last
a
reading,
bit nervous. I'll come over and put it on Liam.
unless my reading was wrong, I was like almost 50.
I love. Is Liam gonna die?
So Ben was.
Did you get your poo back yet?
No, it takes a few business days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're probably framing it, saying, "Wow, this guy has an award. We're gonna frame his shit."
Okay, we're going left arm this time.
And relax your arm.
Yeah, for sure. Super chill. Thanks for bearing with us, guys.
Yeah, I don't know if this is thrilling or not.
Yeah, I think the person with the
Is that too
highest
tight?
blood pressure wins some margarine.
No, the lowest blood pressure. You don't want high blood pressure.
Yeah, but that's why you would win margarine. So then
Margarine's
you're
bad for it though.
no, it's better than butter, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Oh, jeez, Bill, I think you should do the
Butter's-
comedy
butter's
seminar
no-
with Australian
Oh,
Radio School.
Shut up.
Butter's not bad though.
But it's margarine is better for your heart than butter.
Debatable.
Well, the Heart
Here we go. Here
Foundation
comes
would.
Ben.
It is debatable for sure.
The Heart Foundation had a
I
little
just
thing
don't.
on
I
that.
don't have either anymore. It's great. I put nutritional yeast on everything.
That
Gross.
sounds effed.
It's so
What do you got,
good.
mate?
Right, so I'm looking at. It's a bit better than the last time, guys.
I hope so.
So
What do you
my
got?
Heart rate's 52.
Yeah.
Pretty low. Lowest of the team. I got 130.
Yeah.
Over 76. So, yeah. Ben.
Where's the line
no,
on the
sorry.
colours?
I have the.
Yeah,
the
Liam's
yellow.
got Liam's
in the
got
yellow. I'm Amber Alert. So I do have the highest blood pressure.
highest, but my heart rate was quite fast. That's
Your
because
heart rate was double.
I think I was
ours.
nervous.
I don't think you'd worry. Don't worry about your heart rate.
I'm
I don't think.
competitive, you know.
Although
I'm like, I
you
wanna
don't,
win.
that means your resting heart rate isn't low, which is a bit
Oh,
concerning.
I think if I did it again, it'd be lower.
Oh, here we go. Double for everyone.
Well, everyone got a double except for me. That's
do
all
you
I'm
want to
saying.
do another one?
No, I'm fine. I think it might get
Um,
quite boring if we do it again.
I'm a bit.
What do you
worried
mean? I
about
reckon there's another 10 minutes of this.
No, I think you're fine, man. I've had days.
What about me?
I've had days in
I'm
the
good.
yellow. I've had days in the yellow, and I've had days in the bottom of the green. It fluctuates.
That's it.
You're supposed to. If you really want to get your average, you're supposed to do it every day, morning, midday if you can, and night, and then you do the calculation to work out your average across the week. That is your average
That makes
because it
sense.
does fluctuate so much.
So what is a good one again?
120 over 80.
Yeah, right. So I'm about 10 higher than that.
I wouldn't be worried about that. You weren't in the red, right?
Nothing. Yeah.
You
He
were
was in
yeah.
the red.
No,
he was in the
was,
amber.
yeah, he was.
So this is the better of both.
Gotta just lay off the butter, man. Gotta start eating
Ah,
margarine,
dude,
man.
butter's not bad for you.
Cool, man. Well,
Well, I just speaking of butter and things, I did want to, as a point of business as well, shout out John in the Pod Squad, our Facebook group. You can look up Ben Lehman Bell's Pod Squad, who is backing in the Platter and Chatter
Yes.
event,
nice.
and it has got some support.
one's in the chat. Love that.
yeah. So
Oh no, I said one's in the chat for if people wanted that segment. Pick the missing lyric.
Yes, which I'm very keen
Was
to
there
do.
any ones in the chat?
That's
So
good.
we-
Someone put a picture of an inflatable arse in there.
I saw that, yeah.
I don't know what the content of that was.
I think it was a joke about Liam being a piece of shit.
Right.
I see.
Okay.
I see.
Sounds about right.
I think the ones in the chat thing was like too quick. People missed it. Yeah.
Hang on. Sorry. Groups. Okay. Sorry, here we go. Despite all your efforts to throw us off the scent and all the security you have, you can't hide from me. I finally found your place on Google Earth, Liam, you big piece of shit.
That's
an
inflatable. That's
arsehole.
good stuff. Yeah.
And then there's nothing.
Also, this is a little bit distressing. Maybe we can end it on this. Obviously, we renamed it to Ben Lehman Bell's Pod Squad.
Mhm.
We're still working on the image. If you would like to get involved with that, please send a selfie, email it to blb@novaentertainment.com.au.
Which is it, and it's that serious risk of not happening.
Well, we're at the 60s.
We're sort of like, yeah,
I think we're losing a bit of steam.
we're
so-
losing a bit of steam. I'd forgotten about it
Yeah,
myself.
we're 40 off.
Classic us.
So-
We're going to do this.
I really want to do
we
it. though. I
need to
think-
do it. We need 40 people
Yeah.
who listen to this.
Yeah.
If you've listened to this point, you are a fan enough of the pod to
Yeah.
send a photo in
Yeah.
for us to put on the graphic.
Yeah, it would look good.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
it
if you
look-
listen to 20 minutes of us checking each other's blood pressure.
But I think there would be only like 50 people.
They listen. No, we know. We've seen the numbers. There's way more than that.
I don't
There's like
trust those
72.
And the numbers are real because
I
you
don't
can't
trust them.
fudge. You can't fudge. the
You can't
numbers.
fudge.
Yeah, but what if someone's like doesn't know they're still subscribed to something in like in their podcast
Because there's a difference.
app, and
There's a
then
difference
they...
between a subscription and a listen.
Yeah.
The listens are in the thousands. They are.
Yeah?
Yeah, they are. But
Who are all you?
it's also
people?
it's also people who listen to this, but they're like laughing to themselves. I would never send a selfie. Why would I do that? I get that. I'm
So
not
I
shaming
I
that.
so get that.
I so get that as well. But we are sitting here saying, please send them in because we'd like to change the image. Anyway, we changed the Facebook group from Alpha Squad to Pod Squad to make it more accessible. We went from 2,600 members to 2,500 members. So I think out of protest, some people left.
Is that why, or is it because it's just? I don't know. They're just sick of it.
I don't know. I think I actually think what happened was when we I think when we changed the name,
Yeah.
people who were in the group that forgot they were in the group, who
Got a
probably stopped checking
notification.
it, got a notification
Like,
exactly,
why
and they
am I in
went,
that?
"Why am I in that still?" And they left. That's what it would have been.
Fair.
That's
So if
funny.
you could also recommend people to join the group, that'd be awesome.
We don't sound desperate at all.
Because getting it to 3K would be like a nice round
Yeah, it'd be
number.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
juicy
So if you
number.
haven't yet, please search Ben Lehman Bell's Pod Squad and join it if you haven't. That's all from us. Hope you enjoyed checking each other's blood pressure. I found it interesting.
Why did the numbers go back on that page?
All right, see you in the next one.
And that's it!
Like that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Bell.